Pisces, how are you all doing? Welcome to my channel, Intuitive Guidance. If you are new here and you would like a personal reading more specific to you, then look in the description box and you'll see a link to my website that will take you straight there. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe, and if you're returning, I'd love it if you could continue to like, share, comment. I really appreciate it. So this is your reading for the month of February. Yeah, so this is your love reading, sorry. Okay, let me just tell you what you've got, because I'm already thinking things. Material and spiritual prosperity. Prosperity begins. Clearly prosperity is coming your way. And I think that you really feel it, because you've got solar plexus chakra. I feel like you're learning, you've got power as well. Let me just show you the cards before I start speaking. And you've got harmony. So I feel like you're learning how to fine tune what you bring in. Like, you're very good at manifesting. Very intuitive. Obviously you're an intuitive sign as well. But just, I feel like that you're very intuitive. You're learning how to like fine tune manifesting, what you can, how you can bring things in quickly, how you can bring things in effectively. Yeah, and I feel like you're living in a land of abundance when it comes to like finances and the things you need. Like, you're never short of the things you need, but I feel that's because you know that it's down to you and you're creating your reality. Like, you're very aware of that. So I feel like you're quite powerful in that. And it looks like for February there's an opening of opportunity. There's new things coming in. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of things, ideas and things like that you have, and you're ready to kind of take that on. In terms of love, I feel like with the harmony card, it's like, I feel like you have every other sector of your life in a good position, and for you love is a bit like like you just wonder why that's the sector that's always kind of suffering, or why it's never like shooting off, or like Cupid's never in your corner, or just like a feeling of love doesn't really, almost like like a cynical vibe, but it's not so much cynical, it's just more like, oh, you know, if it comes, it's almost like you end up, for some reason you attract people that just aren't, you end up feeling aren't worthy of your time. And it's not that they're, you know, worthless or something, it's just that they're not for you. Like, you got to stay optimistic about your love life, which I think you are trying to do, because you're well aware that if you don't, you'll just continue to get, you know, crap, or people that don't interest you, or no one coming in. So you're trying to stay optimistic so that whoever comes in will be a positive match. But I feel like a lot of the time, because you have unrequited love next to it, I feel like a lot of the time when you begin dating or begin seeing someone, it might even start off great, or it might just be like, oh, we have a lot in common, but then it just fizzles out somehow. I think a lot of the time it fizzles out for you, and you're just kind of like, well, what happened to that? Or something puts you off. Like, there's just something where it just ends up like you don't take anything further. It just gets to a certain extent or a certain level, and then it's just like, yeah, I'm done with this. And even, I'm just thinking, like, even your friends might be like, what happened to so and so? And it's like, oh yeah, you know what? And they're like, you always do this. Like, I feel like that. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Let me see what this is actually. I just feel like it's not. For some of you, there's someone in your past that you never like quite got over. That was your person, that was someone that you thought of as your emperor, your someone, your special person, and you had to move on from that for whatever reason. And it's like no one matches up to this person. like maybe you're comparing this person, and it's like no one ever seems to match up to this person. For whatever reason it didn't work out, or perhaps, you know, something happened, but it's like this person was courageous, they were strong, they knew how to handle you, they just made, like, they were just, for you it was just like they were the real definition of a man or woman. But perhaps they were flighty, or they were unfaithful. It's like when they were with you, they treated you like their empress. They treated you good. They knew how to manage you, how to handle you. You just, like, I feel like you wanted someone where you could be a bit feisty, have a bit of attitude with them, but they'll, like, put you in your place kind of thing, like, and you wish that you had this person, but for some reason you had to sever ties with this person, and it kind of put you in a position where you feel like you haven't really found someone that's matched that energy yet, that was like, is for you. Maybe you're like, these people out here, man, they're just like, with the unrequited love, it's like you're not that person, or you're just not this, you're trying too hard, or you're not a man, or you're not a woman. Like, I just get a sense that you really want someone that can just handle you, and you're finding that difficult. Finances and career, for some reason I just got, some of you like might be dealing with, like, find that you tend to match up with people that are not as far in their finances and career as you, and as you would like, because you want someone to match you. So maybe that's an issue, or maybe for some of you, you were having that issue and you put a lot of work into getting yourself in a better place. But for some of you, I just feel that a lot of people don't seem to match up financially. You got very soon, and then you got new love next to it, so there's someone else coming in. There's someone else coming in soon. It's just about, will it last? And I think you need to free yourself from the ideas that you have. So it's got, free yourself is with playfulness as well. So it's kind of like you guys started to get with people that are, or date people that it fizzles out so much so that now you just think of it as fun and playfulness, and you don't take anything seriously. But I think you need to free yourself from that thought, because there's limitations there, it's putting limits on you, and it's not allowing you to kind of look at the bigger spectrum and have more of an open mind. Because it looks like with this Two of Cups and the Nine of Swords, you do want a mutual love. I feel like for you, you have all the things you need, you know how to manifest and get what you want, as I said, but when it comes to love, there's like a lacking, and it's all in your mind, like it's all in your thoughts and your mind, that you're really kind of like, oh, like, is there no, I feel like you feel like there's no one out there for you anymore, and it's kind of like, you know what, this person just could better fall from the sky, because right now I'm not going to be dating anymore, I'm not going to be something anymore. I'm Pisces Venus, Pisces Mars. I have so much Pisces in my chart. It's just, my chart is basically just made of water. Like, my moon's Cancer, everything else is Pisces, and my sun sign is Taurus. Like, everything is just water. Scorpio, not even really that much Scorpio, just Cancer and Pisces for some reason. So I can live in my head. Like, I don't even need to step out into reality. Like, I have so much fun in my head, and I can dream. Like, I can shoulda, coulda, wouldas, what if I, you know, magical castles and fairies and someone collecting me from a tower. Like, I'm the biggest dreamer, my imagination, and, you know, and sometimes I forget to stay grounded, and then the reality is just like nothing like what I think of in my head. It's like reading an amazing book, and then or finishing a really good season or series on TV, like a box set, and then going into the real one, like, this is rubbish. Like, I just want to go back to Netflix, or I just want to go back to that book. Like, reality is a bit shit and boring, but like, you have to create your reality, and the more you kind of run from it, and it's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit here and dream of this situation, or I'm just gonna imagine if I had this, or oh, wouldn't it be nice if I had that. Like, to a certain extent that's good, because we're powerful manifestors, but we've got to bring it to reality. We've got to learn to balance that. because you have the 8 of Swords and then the Knight of Swords. So it's like you're wanting someone to just jump in on their white horse and their knight in shining armor, yeah, like a film, and then just save you. Shink, cut all those ropes and like remove the swords. I have come to save you, Princess Ashiba. Like literally, like in your head, that's what you want. But you want this emperor, like you want this man to take charge, and like you've been waiting for this person. You're like, I'm in a good place. Like this person that comes along needs to be this emperor. Like here he is, like he doesn't even need to say much. He's just sitting there still looking manly, looking dominant. He's saying nothing but look at the way he looks. Like you would not mess with him. He's even got a like slight smile. It's like, and someone that you want to be in it for the long haul, someone that's really ready to put the groundwork in. This guy's just sitting on his throne. You want someone like that. You want someone that is a jack of all trades, that can master, like is a master of things. You want someone that you feel matches your energy, that can be that person that you could just finesse shit together. Like you guys can work together and be so powerful. The world. You want to create. You want to create with someone. You want to have someone on your team. You want. It's like you'll be the high priestess to their magician. Or the wand. We should find out more about the new love. Got the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you might have Earth in your chart. But yeah, like I was saying, exactly that. You want someone to create with and not just like, look at the wand, like this bright wand. You want someone to create this passion, this desire, this forward movement, this whatever it is, career. It looks more like career because you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. Someone that like motivates you and you motivate them, and you just spark each other up. And that, as well as the passion, there's also like a business minded thing where you can just build from scratch with someone and put yourselves in an amazing, like a power couple energy. I'm feeling that's what you want. Let me just pull a few on the new love. Again, I just saw the Knight of Swords rushing in. So new love could be an earth sign actually. Funny that we're talking about it. Maybe this earth sign is the person that comes. The Nine of Swords. Okay, someone that is recognized, or they might be publicly, they might get public recognition or be in a high field, like a well-recognized field in terms of their work. It might be something like, I don't know, I'm not saying it is, but say if it was, actually I'm not going to give an example, but someone that's like highly recognized in their field, or highly or looked up to, admired. Obviously there's different types. There's like a doctor that's admired because he's saving people, he's helping, or she, or whatever. And then there's like a basketball player admired, where it's just like, you know, they have talent, they have skill, and you know, this different kind of admired. But I feel like this person is a boss in their field, like they're the emperor. There we go. Whatever career sector they work in, they're the boss. They're the one that people look up to. They're the ones that make the heavy decisions. Like they're the ones that make the final decision, if you like. But yeah, the emperor. So maybe you guys are in luck. Got the Ten of Swords though. Let's see. So there might have been some kind of ending with an air sign that you're thinking about in the month of February. Yeah, it's ended already, whatever this is. The world's here. But it might be that you're thinking about that for some reason, or you hear some information or some news in regards to an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That it's already ended with. I just feel you get some news or something like that, or there's something, information you find out. There we go, the King of Pentacles again. So some of you are going to get news from this air sign, as I said, from somebody else. And some of you are, the new love is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone new. Yeah, someone new coming in. Or they have fire in their chart and they're this King of Pentacles. Whatever the case, you guys clearly are going to have some offers. This might be starting off with something small, but you never know where it's going to grow to. So, justice. I feel like a lot of you have put something behind you, and maybe this news or whatever that comes to you finally puts you in a place where you can put this situation to rest, and then that's when you kind of move forward with this new person. So let's just quickly look at the outcome for Pisces for the month of February. Okay, he's in Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. So the outcome for Pisces. Yeah, I feel like you do hear something about something where it's a completion, but it's like you're processing something that's already ended, like processing something. You're already separated from this person physically, but you hear some kind of news, and that kind of has you thinking about it, thinking about the situation for some of you. But it does, you are seeming like you get back into balance. It's just something that kind of throws you a little hiccup. So Pisces, here of them. So I feel like that for the outcome, you guys, there is a change in your view on the way you see commitment, or something to do with commitment or tradition. Something's changing, and it's like mentally your perspective is changing. So clear. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. The Two of Wands. Either that, or that air sign that I showed you is going to be coming in with a message. Maybe it's a message directly from them, but there's some kind of message coming in here. But it has you actually with the Knight of Wands and then the Two of Wands looking in another direction, moving forward, deciding to actually take, like, kind of like when you break up with someone or over them and time just kind of passes by. Sometimes we don't always necessarily like deal with why, you know, why was I feeling like that, and what, like, you kind of try and like pull through it, just push through it and get through it. And of course you're thinking about it at first, but you just go into that energy with like time being the healer. You try and like distract yourself from that energy, and if something is resurrected or something comes up about this situation again, that's like your final chance to kind of just get rid of it. Like, it's still in your energy, it's not quite done, even though you've physically moved on or something. And I feel like whatever this is, this news or this situation, it just has you kind of like quickly moving forward, looking out into another direction. It's like that finality in your mind, like this is a loss, like finally cutting your losses. she's not going to reach those cups. There's 2 cups down here that full. Why is she trying to reach the empty cups? I don't know. Like, there's nothing there for her. By the time she stretches up and gets it, if she can, which it doesn't look like she can, then she'll find that there's also no water in those cups. So what's the point? When there's some here, all she needs to do is reach across, and there's full cups there, 2 full cups. But she's trying to reach for the ones that are not only empty and spilt, but out of her reach. So it's like you finally just realise, you know what, I'm cutting my losses from that situation. That is never going to grow. Like, whatever makes you feel this way is going to push you in another direction. And that's probably when you find the new love. Okay. Yeah, so it goes from a 2 of Wands to a 3 of Wands. Where it's like you're fully moving on, waiting for something else. Or having a different perspective as well, the Chariot. Definitely an energy of moving on. So whatever this is, that kind of just pushes you, that gives you that final nudge. Maybe you were just, like I said, it was inactive, you weren't thinking about it, or because you didn't communicate with this person, like there was no communication going on, it was just like, okay, you know what, I'm not going to think about that right now. But now this person came back with some communication or something like that, and you're at a point where it's like, okay, I'm going to have to deal with this now, I'm going to have to face it. Yeah, someone comes back, the 7 of Swords. It's like something you have to deal with again, something that's already kind of been dealt with, you have to deal with it again, and it looks like you're going to sever ties completely this time. The 5 of Swords I just saw, so whoever's coming back, I wouldn't say that they're coming back to, you know, make the situation better and heal it, and you know, you guys will work at it and you'll work through it. I don't think so. The 5 of Swords show me they're just up to the same old tricks. They're just down for the same old things. There's not going to be any change for whatever that is. You have a new love coming in. You need to look forward to that. The Moon. So it might throw you for a bit, as I said, because this is the outcome. So it's something that's on your mind, or you just knew that this person would end up coming back at some point. Could be dealing with a fire sign again. Aries, Leo, Sag. But this person just looks like a bit slimy, like they know what to say. This time I just think you're just going to sever ties, you're just going to think, fuck it. It's not even going to be a thing where you're like shouting at them or getting angry. It's just like, whatever, you know what, you're just going to have to get blocked, or you're just going to, you know, whatever you decide to do. The Hanged Man. So it's like you knew they were coming in, the 9 of Wands, because you were defensive. You were just like ready, like when they come in. When they say this, you know what, you might even have the text prepared. Like when they come back. Yeah, but you, like I said, you're moving on. You're actually moving on. Like before, I think it was a thing, like I said, and again the Page of Wands. Before, like I said, it was a thing where you had maybe physically moved on and it was just like you're not speaking and blah blah blah, but this person actually came back and spoke, and it's like now you have to address it, whereas before it was like whatever, like, and you got on and you moved on. But now this person's back, it's like something pushes you to just say, you know what, I need to move forward. I'm not just going to be waiting around and, you know, seeing how this goes or something like that. Because with the Hangman, I just feel like you were comfortable, but look, because he's got his toast and his tea or whatever, he's comfortable, but he'd rather not be hanging around. Like, I'm sure he'd rather be upright. And soon he's going to get head rush and just feel like, nah, it's uncomfortable. So, you know, get up from upside down or whatever. Get off the clock. The waiting, yeah, the waiting thing is just like, it was like maybe, you know, you weren't doing anything else, no one else, you were playing around with other people, maybe joking, flirting or whatever. And usually, you know, when this person comes back, you're like, there's something you like about them or something like that, where it's just like, okay, fine, you know what, I'm not doing anything else. I don't feel like you felt you needed to have more self-worth, or you were being used or things like that, but it was just like, it was kind of like, well, it's easy, it's there, and I'm not doing anything else. But now you're like, nah, fuck that, you're not coming back. Okay, so anyway, Pisces, I hope that the reading resonated with you. If it did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. And if you like a reading specific to your situation, then you can look on below in the description box and you'll find my website. and click on that and it will take you straight there. It's affordable prices. And there's also a if you want like a 1 question very quick 10-minute reading, then you could just donate for that. I don't charge an actual set price. And if you'd like a longer reading, then there's, you know, all the information on the website. So have a lovely month of February, and I'll see you again in March, guys. Bye, Pisces.